I quit playing guitar. In fact, the other day was the first time that I picked up a guitar in a couple months. And if you've been following my channel for a while now, you'll notice that I took a break the last couple months. In today's video, I wanted to update you guys as to why that is, my plan going forward with this channel, and if I plan on picking it back up. I kind of want to start this with talking about how my channel started. I started teaching myself guitar on YouTube when I was 21 years old. In fact, that's how I learned how to play guitar, was just watching YouTube videos. You know, I was in the middle school band and had a little music exposure with drum set lessons and things like that. And my grandpa, who was a guitar player, tried to teach me guitar and bought me my first guitar when I was in 5th or 6th grade. I played it for about 2 weeks and I never stuck with it. And it wasn't until I was 21 and I was living in a college dorm that I had this old little Yamaha sitting in a corner. And about a year prior to this, I had asked my parents for a piano. And so I started watching YouTube videos on how to play piano. And I played piano for about a year before deciding that guitar was really what I wanted to learn. Pretty quickly, I got really obsessed. If you know me personally, I am the type of person that gets so focused on something that I just become obsessed with it. And I'm not gonna lie, I had a really strong desire to move to Nashville, to do something in music. And I knew that Nashville was a 10-year town. You always hear people talk about Nashville being a 10-year town, meaning that you have to be there for 10 years before you can expect anything to really happen for you. And as someone that had just started playing guitar 3 years prior, I mean, this was a little bit of a naive dream, but I was practicing every single day. In fact, there was times when I lived with my college roommates that I would go out to my car around midnight when everyone else was sleeping, turn on the heat, bring my guitar in the car, and practice, because I didn't want to wake up my roommates and be loud all through the night. And in 2014, 3 years into me doing this, that's when the problems started to happen. I started to notice that my jaw, every time I would practice singing, would get really tight. All of the muscles in my neck and my jaw would get so tight to the point that it was really painful. And so around that time, I started to go see some doctors to get their opinion on what it might be. And one of the first things I did was go to a dentist for a TMJ diagnosis. Now, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time going into this, but just know I saw every single doctor that you can think of. I went to a chiropractor. I went to acupuncture. I was put on antidepressants because they thought I was depressed and then that was causing something. I was put on muscle relaxers. You name the doctor, I saw them. There was one point I even was being hypnotized to see if that might solve what was going on. And I started just to feel like, truthfully, like there was not gonna be an answer and that I just needed to push through this and live through it, and this is what it was gonna be. No matter what I tried, it was not getting better, but I was determined to push through it. And then 2016 happened. In 2016, I broke my wrist, my left wrist. This is a much longer story, but it was completely my fault. I remember being in the hospital room for that and just thinking to myself that maybe music wasn't the thing for me. Maybe this was another sign. You know, I was having all these jaw issues and then I broke my wrist. You know, I was already having trouble practicing singing the amount that I wanted, but I was gonna rely on guitar. And then I broke my wrist. And to be honest, it's not been the same since. I still, if I play for a while, get the tingly feeling in my hand. My pinky finger doesn't have full feeling in it still. And there's times when it's not enjoyable to play guitar for me because it hurts. 2016, 2017 was really a tough, it was tough because I had this dream of moving to Nashville and it felt like everything was against me to do that. And so then in 2018, I wrote a song for a student loan debt contest for Natural Light Beer. And I won. I was one of 25 people that won $40,000. You know, this was just reassuring to me. All that time I spent playing guitar and practicing singing and reading books on songwriting and studying songwriting finally felt like it paid off. And so then in 2019, 2020, I started this channel as a creative outlet, really. I was still playing guitar and thought that it'd be fun to put guitar lessons on YouTube that helped people learn guitar, just like I had learned guitar from people on YouTube when I started. And if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that I mostly listen to country music, but I listen to all kinds of music. I just love music in general. And one of the first videos that took off for me was a Taylor Swift tutorial that I did where I was watching her play Cornelia Street live, reacting to it, and also trying to teach you to play it just like she did in the video. And that video took off for me, and it started to propel my channel to where I was like, wow, this is actually something people enjoy seeing. Like, you know, I was just really doing it for fun in the beginning. And as the channel started to grow, I started to make content just for views. I have mixed feelings on reaction videos on YouTube because so many of them are inauthentic. Is that a word? Inauthentic? Unauthentic? Unauthentic? I think it's unauthentic. I don't know. I'll put it on the screen. They're very bombastic, and I feel like people are not genuine in their reactions. Also, I'm not the type of person that's gonna be like over exaggerated just to try and get some more clicks. And sometimes, you know, that's how YouTube and the internet works. And I was listening to music that I wouldn't really listen to normally, which was a good thing because it also opened my ears up to new things. But I think it led to a little bit of burnout for me. In fact, I know it did. And so over the last several months, I've been thinking about what my goal is for this channel, what I want to put out there. And I think what I've kind of landed on is, one, I'm not quitting. I'm gonna start posting again. I am playing guitar again, and plan to continue to do that. But I think I'm gonna space things out a little more. And instead of posting 2 to 3 times per week, I think I'll probably post only once a week. And those posts are gonna be live guitar tutorials, just like I started with Cornelia Street. Reactions will be in there, but they'll be probably for the bigger songs from the bigger artists, just because one, YouTube is they really crack down on that. You don't make any money on that. I'll still do them, but the reactions will be mostly on Patreon. It's a way for you guys to support the channel, and it makes sense to post them over there where you don't get a lot of the stuff you have to go through on YouTube. So those will be I'll still do reactions, but most of them will be on Patreon. And then I think I want to do just more like insightful and educational videos on songwriting and guitar playing, because again, I learned from watching YouTube videos. And I think a lot of people nowadays are learning the same way. And there's many things that I think teachers that have been playing their whole life take for granted, that some of us that are just wanting to learn in our 20s and 30s, or maybe you're 18 and you want to learn, it doesn't matter your age, whatever age you want to pick up guitar, I can relate to you because I learned guitar at 21. And I feel like I have a unique perspective on how to do that. So all that's to say, thank you for sticking with me. I know I've been silent on here, but I am planning to post videos again. If you have any songs, any type of video, music related, that you want me to listen to, you want me to react to, you want me to maybe give my take on it or make an educational type video on it, please let me know in the comment section below, because I do read comments and it really does help me. And you guys are truly the engine of this channel. I'm always looking for feedback and what you guys want me to listen to and react to do on this channel. So thank you for, again, supporting me. If you're someone that supports me over on Patreon, a big extra thank you. I just did a bunch of stuff over there. Actually, I listened to the new Taylor album, and I've been posting a bunch of Taylor stuff. It took me like 3 months to finally listen to it, but I did. And I'm gonna continue to do that. I'm gonna be much more consistent this year in 2023. Anyways, thank you guys, and be on the lookout for another video next week, which I think you will probably like. Peace.